In the future, if you find yourself saying, I want to achieve a breakthrough in my finances or my health, or if you've been struggling with feeling broke or overweight for years, this is for you.
Hey there, I'm Mike Salazar, and I'm here to share something incredible with you. You know, leadership isn't just about being in charge, it's about growth, resilience, and embracing challenges. But then, I discovered the power of the growth mindset, and everything changed. I learned that our abilities and intelligence can be developed, that challenges are opportunities to learn and grow. This shift in perspective transformed not just my leadership style, but my entire life. Now I see setbacks as stepping stones and I'm constantly pushing my boundaries. And you know what? The results have been amazing. I've achieved things I never thought possible. This isn't just about me, it's about you and the leader you can become. I am here to guide you on this transformative journey. Join me on this journey of growth and leadership. Together, we'll unlock your full potential.
Welcome to episode 10 of 130 Activate Breakthrough. Here's how we can ignite a breakthrough. There are three steps, all beginning with the letter S. All right? I'll share these three S with you, which is 3S to activate breakthrough. You might be thinking, I can't seem to find a relationship I desire, or I can't connect with my spouse or child. Perhaps you're feeling stuck in your career or business and wondering how to reach the next level. Okay? So these are the three steps we will go through. I will present them to you in a reverse order of importance, starting with the least important step first. This is because I want to shift your perspective on what truly matters. So the first one is strategy. All right? Strategy. Okay? Which is randomly trying strategies. So what is the first thing people do when they aren't getting what they want? They usually try to figure out how to change their situation, correct? So the first thing people do is look for strategy, okay? Which makes sense, right? Most people believe they know everything because of social media. They see themselves as strategists, right? Oh, I know everything. I too understand the right strategies for your business and how to significantly increase your income. I can guide you on how to achieve success within 5 to 10 years and reach your goals. I'm not exaggerating. I have the ability to help you with this. That's why I've worked with successful mentors who have built their companies bigger to impressive heights, right? The reason is I know the right patterns and the right strategy, right? You can lose weight. You can get fit the right strategy. You can find the relationship you want with the right strategy. And you're not going to be overwhelmed and depressed and stressed. Are you guys following? Right? I don't want you to guys get confused. So strategy is so important, but strategy isn't the first thing. And when I say it, it isn't the first thing, there's a sequence. There's a syntax to human transformation. I will give you an example of the correct syntax. And I learned this to Tony Robbins too. So the right syntax is, are you coming to the meeting? Here is the incorrect syntax, okay? You are coming to the meeting. So I used the exact same words. Only change was the sequence, the syntax, and it's a very different experience. So if you and I want to make change, the problem is most of us start with how to do it. And the problem with how to do it is how is not that hard. However, most people don't take action. Even if you show them a strategy, they have a story, let's call it that stops them from moving forward. You guys following? This brings us to the second S, story. All right? As a story is essentially a limiting set of beliefs you've repeated to yourself so many times that they become the narrative of your life. Right? Story from old patterns and beliefs. For example, many people say, I've tried everything. But if you truly tried everything, you would have achieved what you wanted. Consider this. Studies show that about 70 to 75% of North Americans, which is Canada and America, are overweight or obese, making it the most overweight region in history. Additionally, the rest of the world is starting to follow suit due to social media, which has led to the adoptions of similar unhealthy eating habits and patterns. That's why you see in social media, they're eating a lot of bad stuff, crazy stuff, right? The reason most people aren't not fit or strong isn't that the strategies are too complex or difficult to understand. Only 1% of people supposedly know the answer, and it's often believed that this knowledge is only for those who can afford it. Is that correct? Is that true? Guys, of course not. Everyone can do it, either you're rich or poor, right? So let's consider let's consider this. If you wanted to lose weight or get fit and strong right now, how far would you need to go? There's a gym roughly everywhere, in every street, about 5 to 10 kilometers, correct? Alternatively, you could download countless books right now as well for free to your iPad, computers, or phone, or you can download the apps. It's popular now. So you can access free courses on how to achieve your goals. There are countless ways to do this. But don't get me wrong. Sometimes people choose the wrong strategies, especially on social media. You'll encounter a lot of ask me how. Ask me how posts on everywhere that promote unstoppable methods. While people may have the wrong strategy at times, the primary reasons they don't follow through is that even when you show them the right approach, they often resist it. Have you ever tried to help someone who asks for your assistance? You offer to show them a goal on how you say. This resistance often stems from a story that inhibits their ability to even consider the strategy. They might say, "Oh, I've tried that." But what exactly have you tried? Often they'll claim, "I've tried everything." So let's explore that. Have you tried everything? Can you name those millions of methods? They might say, "I've tried thousand." Okay, name a few. And they go, "I've tried hundreds." Then please specify which one. Typically, they might mention three ineffective approaches they keep repeating, but they are not real strategists. Their beliefs create what is known as a scotoma, a blind spot, right? I learned this from Tony Robbins, a blind spot that prevents them from recognizing effective strategies. They might say, "I've tried that," but how many times, in how many different ways or state of mind have you tried? You guys following? So the story we tell ourselves is, what holds us back? I used to be one of them. I used to be one of you. I didn't listen to anyone because I believed I knew everything. My cup, my brain was full. Yet I was miserable and lacked the courage to change until I hit rock bottom after I was laid off when my work company closed. And also the COVID-19 pandemic devastated my small business. I lost everything, including my boat, my large property, and I end up owing up to 150,000 in debt. If you know my story, we were at the lowest point in our lives and couldn't afford to provide for my family's and kids' needs. My wife is bagging shift to work 16 hours on her job, and my mom and my sisters help me as much as they can, as they could. But they also had bills to pay as well. We always had a negative balance in our bank account, and all the debt collectors were calling me every hour. You can't imagine how stressful that was. I felt too much pain in my heart. I cannot breathe. I was drowning in a very deep sea that I can go up because of me, my family suffering, and I became depressed. And that's how I decided to change and surrender my life to God. Decided to change, that enough is enough. This isn't me, right? Who can relate to this experience, right? Thank God for my mom and my wife and my sister. They are some of the most incredible and loving people I know. They have provided me with unwavering support, and I love them to death. I wouldn't be the person I am today without their encouragement, because they still believe in me. They still believe on my ability. So it's crucial that we create an empowering story for ourselves. So remember this: change your story, change your life. So when you change your story, you change your life. Shift your role from being a pawn to become a victorious instead of a victim. You have the power to change what needs to be changed. I'm not saying you haven't faced difficult challenges or experienced injustice I've been through it too, as you know my story. Everyone has faced challenges, and this is why I'm here to help. What truly matters is how you respond to them. That's what changes our lives. In fact, write this down. Separate the story of limitation. Let go of your limiting beliefs and embrace the truth of your true potential, abilities, and skills. Because if you choose to let go of your limitations, right? Of course, please don't go fall back into them as well, right? Because some people do with old beliefs, instead commit to the higher truth of your life. So take a moment to follow or to reflect on how your limiting beliefs may have hindered your ability to make progress. Progress on financially, emotionally, or spiritually. So there is one more important aspect to consider when you have the right story. You'll be able to devise a strategy. If you don't know how to achieve something, you'll find a way or seek someone who can help. You guys following? Once you see a solution, you'll believe it works and put it into practice. And this is our third S, which is state. All right? So before all of this, however, is the foundational element, the state you are in, including your mental, emotional, and physical well-being. You know, when you find yourself in an emotional state, it can be easy to get stuck there. How many of you have experienced intense anger and suddenly remember every little thing that person has ever done to upset you? Or maybe on a different note, how many of you have ever fallen head over heels in love, that you do everything whatever she or he says? I want you to understand the importance of our emotional states. Our state affects every aspect of our lives, and our belief system shape our experiences. So if you and I want to reach our goals, we need to put ourselves in the right state. Okay? You guys following? So when you're in love, it doesn't matter if you're broke, right? Everything feels great because you're in love. So how many of you have experienced a time when nothing seemed wrong in the world? When you're in a positive state, you come up with great meanings and beliefs, which will help you discover strategies or create opportunities where none seem to exist. So if you want to create a breakthrough, okay, you need to focus on your emotional state first. It's very important, rather than on a strategies. When you're caught up in a negative story, you won't be able to use the right strategy effectively. So there is a proven method to help you return to a positive narrative, which is, that's what we're talking about on the next episode. All right, because this is too long already, and I will share you the effectiveness of 3S to activate breakthrough. My brothers and sisters, this is the end of this episode, and as I always say, there is no change if there's no changes in your life. See you on my next episode. Bye for now.